In case you missed it, I'm back on my Coin Lady channel. We will discuss XRP. Also, once XRP's price reaches a certain level, I will discuss an event happening in the Bitcoin community that may also occur with XRP. Since the World Bank is following suit with other financial institutions in embracing the digital age, it is only natural that they will replace their plumbing systems. Keep in mind that XRP and XLM are considered stable coins by the World Bank to be used under the new system. In the next months, these financial institutions will undergo a dramatic change as India considers banning Bitcoin and emphasizes the advantages of CBDCs. At the outset, the European Central Bank announced that they would impose a hefty tax on Bitcoin. Also applies to Italy. Additionally, the US Federal Reserve has stated that Bitcoin should be taxed, indicating that they too do not perceive Bitcoin as having any value. Plus, as I've mentioned before, once CBDC arrives, they will eliminate any competition. Bitcoin is seen by them as a threat. Ethereum is the same way. You should know that XRP and other cryptocurrencies are not rivals to the US dollar when you possess them. To a CBDC, it is not competition. In fact, it improves the value of the US dollar. If anything were to happen right now to boost the value of the US dollar, it would only take seconds to transfer US dollars from the US to any country in the globe. That is the beauty of XRP. So, unlike the mRNA shot, gold wasn't confiscated under Executive Order 6102. It is not necessary for a government to physically seize your Bitcoin. Simply by requiring all Bitcoin held by approved custodians to remain in their custody indefinitely, i.e., institutional Bitcoin, it can reduce the value of Bitcoin and hence its price. A government that doesn't support Bitcoin shouldn't have any reason to seize it, as it may print money as it pleases. However, it does have a reason to undermine and oppose Bitcoin. The value of whatever they print decreases when faced with tougher and better money, so they have to print more of it, and faster, to compensate. Prepare appropriately. People keep stating that Bitcoin is better than the US dollar, and that's why I always maintain that, expect 6102. One day, Bitcoin will be used instead of the dollar. Others take notice whenever those words are uttered. When a CBDC arrives, they will certainly attempt to eradicate Bitcoin of the market. I don't think they'll employ this with XRP, though, because that cryptocurrency can transform into any new US dollar, the present dollar, a digital dollar, or even a new US Treasury dollar. XRP improves it. First, I'd want to explain what Executive Order 6102 is, and then provide an example of its real use. A New York attorney named Frederick Barbara Campbell had more than 5,000 troy ounces of gold in her Chase National Bank account when she tried to withdraw the money, and federal judge John Woolsey deemed the order invalid because the president, not the Secretary of the Treasury, was required to sign it. As a result, Executive Order 6102 needed to be amended. After Chase declined, Campbell proceeded to sue him. The next day, on September 27, 1933, a federal prosecutor charged Campbell with failing to turn over his gold. The case against Campbell was ultimately dropped. Was unsuccessful, but the federal government's power to confiscate gold was maintained, and Campbell's gold was taken. I believe that the exchanges will eventually inform the US authorities of the amount of cryptocurrency you possess, which is why I advise you to withdraw your holdings from these platforms. If you sell XRP at a certain price and then reinvest at a lesser price, the logic remains the same. That is what the US government hears from Uphold. That is what Coinbase informs the US government. Do not let yourself get into a situation where they know how much cryptocurrency you have stored on exchanges, otherwise, they may decide that, in the future, only institutional investors can buy and sell cryptocurrencies, or even hold specific cryptocurrencies in custody. Perhaps it's decentralized digital currencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Since they have not yet implemented this presidential order, we are not yet in this stage. Still, I fear that they will eventually compromise your crypto and keys. Take it off the market. I seriously doubt they'll ever do this to XRP holders, but whenever a CBDC arrives, they'll absolutely do it to Bitcoin holders. This is compatible with all cryptocurrencies now. Although the regulations surrounding Bitcoin were murky when Roger Ver was in the US, he nevertheless managed to pay his taxes on the cryptocurrency when he departed. Even though it's been years, the government is finally pursuing him. Despite breaching his attorney-client privilege and using sophisticated chain analysis to trace his financial activities, they have yet to inform him of the alleged amount he owes or even offer him an opportunity to settle the matter. Roger isn't the only one involved. The government is stepping up its efforts to retrospectively target everyone involved with Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency enforcement has taken precedence in the hiring of 87,000 more armed IRS agents. Even if the regulations weren't obvious when you acted, it means someone is watching your financial transactions, particularly if they involve cryptocurrency, and they could use that information against you. The government's willingness to disregard constitutional safeguards, such as attorney-client confidentiality, and impose criminal charges without transparency was on full display in the Rogers case. As I mentioned before, they are keeping tabs on all of your cryptocurrency transactions. Now it's Roger, tomorrow it might be you. When you're transacting, everyone treats you like a crypto. Although everyone is aware of every transaction going through those exchanges, no one knows that it's even taking place, and many still view crypto as the Wild West. I read, "Hey, look, I got the Uphold card. Someone told me that around 4 months ago when we bumped into each other. I use it now when I shop. Every single cent of my wage is being put toward upkeep. Next, I use the Uphold card while I shop, and I try to convey to them that Uphold records all of their transactions. You can expect to receive a letter from the IRS at some point if you use Coinbase or any other exchange that implements KYC and AML procedures." The controversial approach to crypto regulation by Gensler's organization has been defended on multiple occasions. Too many people have been injured because of what Gary said. The number of individuals lining up in bankruptcy courts to handle their claims after suffering financial losses is far too high. However, how about if Gary turned his head while using FTX? After that, what transpired? Many people's funds were lost when FTX collapsed. It all begins with Gary Gensler, and their money has been stuck in FTX for years. When it comes to the harm that crypto causes, this man is completely hypocritical. Appreciate you taking the time to view my video. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.